All right guys, welcome back to All Things Motors. And look how good the 66 just looks out here early in the morning. This thing just looks amazing. Probably gonna take it on the road today, but I just want to film this intro real quick because this video you guys are about to see, it's like 3 weeks worth of us trying to get headers on the 66. I had bought a pair and they didn't work, and you guys will see I'm going to compare the two, Scott Drake and hooker headers, which I ended up putting on the Mustang, which ended up working. So I just wanted to film this intro real quick because it's kind of hectic. It's kind of all over the place, honestly. I just at one point had gotten so sick and tired of filming and trying to get everything to work. So it's just a bunch of clips kind of put together of what I had left. We do have some parts on the way for the GT500 right over there, so stay tuned for that. That'll be the next video. But yeah, I just want to do this quick little intro for you guys. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, let's get to it. All right guys, so these are the Scott Drake tri-wise for the 66 Mustang, and these are the new pair that we just picked up. Some hooker headers, as you guys can see right there on the box, hooker classic performance headers. So as you can tell, these are drastically bigger. These are more like the long tube type headers for the car compared to these tri-wise. I originally got these because these are what they told me that would work with what my setup is, but they just didn't end up panning out. So these are the new headers that we're going to go with, and hopefully with how they're designed and how much longer they are, they should work and fit. But I just wanted to show you guys the comparison of like the Scott Drakes compared to the hooker headers, and just kind of how they look, you know, side by side, so you guys can see that. And then when you order these headers, I mean, you know, you get both pairs, and then they send you, you know, your gaskets and your bolts and everything that you need, and then some stickers and all that good stuff. But we're gonna try and get this put on this weekend so we can get the Mustang put back together and running. But that's just a side-by-side comparison so you guys can see, and I'll put a link in the description so you guys can see exactly which ones I bought. So all right guys, so yesterday I showed you guys the comparison of the hooker headers I got compared to the Scott Drake headers I originally bought for the 66 Mustang. Now the passenger side fit no problem for both headers, but I did have to, originally I did modify the bell housing. We shaved it down a little bit to make the Scott Drake headers fit, because you know that's what I said in the description, you were gonna have to do that. And then when we were testing the fitment, we did have to shave down the bell housing. So that's already done. So the hooker headers fit right in, no problem. We had plenty of space. It cleared easily around the bell housing and around the starter, so that was good. On the driver's side, we had the same issue that we were having with the tri-Y headers. The spacing, we just couldn't get them to fit really, even with us shaving it down. So we haven't beaten these headers in, we haven't done anything yet. And I had seen some things online talking about maybe raising the engine will help with them fitting. And so I raised the motor. I just loosened the motor mounts and I raised it a little bit, and guess what, I got the headers to fit, thank God. So as you guys can see here with the hooker headers, I can just bring them right up and boom, they fit. So I'm gonna go ahead, and while the engine is raised, I'm gonna put in the gaskets and get these bolted up, and then I'm gonna slowly lower down the motor, and we're just gonna see, making sure that, you know, it clears everything, it doesn't hit anything. My power steering is already lowered, so as you guys can see, this is my power steering bracket. Originally it's usually up here, mine was already lowered, so mine is down here. You're gonna need that clearance, whether it's for any long tube headers you put on your classic Mustang, you're gonna need that, so make sure you guys get that. But I just wanted to update you guys real quick on how these are fitting and what's going on and everything, because not gonna lie, they have been a pain in the butt to get put on, and like I don't have all the time in the world, you know, so I work on it when I can. So my the Mustang's been on jacks for like 2 weeks now probably, so hopefully this week we'll get it back on the ground and driving again, and we're gonna see how it sounds with these hooker headers and the cutouts. It's probably gonna sound insane, and as you guys can tell, Like everything, we had to, you know, drop down the whole exhaust. We ended up cutting it there so we could make the space to get the headers to fit and all that great stuff. So we're gonna have to get all that rebolted or re-welded once we're done. So let's go ahead and get these headers on. He would have to argue these are not, these theologies are not Christianity, that they're not Jesus. I don't know how people do it. All right, guys, so I'm gonna just mess with this. I'm trying to get that last bolt right there in so I can get these at least like hanging leveled, and then I can get the rest of the bolts in. So I'm gonna mess with that for a minute, and I'm gonna come back and I'll show you guys where we're at and what's happening, and if I'm able to, you know, any issues I run into, because I'm sure I'm gonna run into something. Anytime I do something, it's always something. So I'll be back. I'm gonna mess with these. All right, guys, so we finally got the headers in and we got the motor put back down, as you guys can see. And I'm gonna show you guys the fitment from beneath so you guys can kind of see with the hooker headers how exactly they fit and what things you might need to look out for. So as you guys can kind of see how they fit, how they come down. This e-brake is in the way, so you might have to move that or adjust it. You can probably pull that cotter pin out and just move it out the way. I'm probably gonna end up having to move it, maybe. We'll find out. They do clear the clutch fork, so I have, you know, all the space I need for it. Didn't have to make any adjustments or anything like that. In the morning I'll probably try and get you guys another, you know, viewing so you guys can actually see how it looks. The only clearance issue is just that e-brake right there. So you might have to just move it out the way and put it somewhere else, but I mean, other than that, that's really it. So I don't have no issues with anything else. I don't have anything touching as far as like coming out of the engine bay and down to, you know, where they come out. You know, it's not touching any wires, it's not gonna burn anything. They clear from the engine down, so that's nice. But yeah, guys, so I just want to show you that. I'll probably show you guys in the morning too, because you probably can see better. I don't know how good you guys could see right there. I could barely tell, but I'll show you guys in the morning also. Yeah, we're gonna put everything back on, put the car back down, and hopefully get it started up. It's been like 2 weeks just sitting here, and I'm ready to drive this thing again. I'm tired of it sitting. But yeah, guys, so hopefully that helps you guys when you are installing your hooker headers. And you guys saw the issues that I ran into with the Tri-Ys, the Scott Drakes. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of them. I recommend, if you're gonna get headers, get hooker, get Doug's. You could even get like the Summit Racing brand. I think they're gonna give you better clearance. They're gonna sound better. They're gonna give you more airflow. So I automatically just recommend those off the top. I wouldn't even, you know, go with Scott Drake, to be honest. But that's just my opinion. So, but I'm gonna get everything put on real quick. So see you guys in a second, as always. All right, guys, so we finally finished the Mustang. It is all put back together, and we were just about to start it, go to start it, and it starts to smoke. And guess what? Found out this power cable has a rip in it. I don't know if this thing will focus so you guys can see, but yeah, it has a rip in it. So no starting the Mustang today. But tomorrow we're gonna pick this up, and then the Mustang should be finally done, off the jack stands and back on the road. But I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. You know, it sucks, but yeah, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. As you guys can hear, it sounds pretty good. I have the cutouts closed right now, so it's kind of quiet, but it sounds good for, you know, setup that it has. The hooker headers, the H-pipe, and the Black Widow Venom 250 mufflers. Honestly, I might change them out for some other mufflers, but right now it sounds pretty good. So there's a quick little sound clip for you guys so you guys can hear it and just how it sounds. And it's just chopping away right now. But yeah, so there's a quick little sound clip for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys have any questions down below, let me know, because you know, I had to take out some shorty headers. I put in Scott Drake's, they didn't fit. I bought the hookers, put the hookers in. Had to do like some modifications to the bell housing and everything. So guys, if you have any questions down below, just let me know, and I can help you guys out, because I kind of cut out a lot of that stuff, to be honest, because it was just all over the place. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.